Right, Monday Club is all about creativity. We've had a play up here. We're having a few full bands tonight, brilliant young bands. And we've always had poetry in our 12 years of existence. And we're going to have a bit of poetry now. We've got a Londoner who's going to do a poem for you. So I want you to give a lovely, warm Mersey welcome and then be quiet. Put your hands together, Liverpool, for Nicola. Come on.
Thank you. So I guess when you say poetry, I'm the only one.
I've just turned up.
Okay. So I need to set the scene a little before we start, because we've had some lovely upbeat songs, and I'm going to give you a poem which may be a bit triggering for some people. I wrote this poem in 2021 when I moved here from London, and it's about a lady called Sarah Everard who was raped and murdered by a police officer. So it is a dark poem. You may have heard of the story. When a woman is attacked, just walking home, we are all Sarah Everard. We are strong together, but we're vulnerable alone. We are all Sarah Everard. Why must we learn self-defense and hold our keys for weapons? Why can't we teach our boys respect for women in lessons? Our sex education is a failing system. Our boys are learning off porn, portraying women as victims. We are all Sarah Everard. The survivors of Me Too are forever scarred. The woman wounded, feeling excluded. A low self-esteem now. Her bright future, no longer a dream now. So we continue to conform and cover our bodies at night. Why are we blamed if we're too scared to fight? Why must we carry the shame? And yet a perpetrator can do time and come out with a new name. Why are we seen and yet we are not heard? Why are the rules for consent lines blurred? Why are we accused if we are the abused? Why do only some stories make it to the news? If I told you my story, would you believe? That is it my fault if my body, instead of fight or flight, chose to freeze? We are all Sarah Everard. We are not asking for it. We are not flirting for it, dressing for it. We just want to walk home. Why are we told to not walk down that dark alley alone? We call our partners on the phone, and if we don't make it home, if you are privileged not to know that this life is hard, that as a woman we all represent Sarah Everard. We get cats called to on the streets. We start walking fast to feel our heartbeats. We're looking over our shoulder. We are another year older. As the years go by, Sarah's story will be an archive. We call ourselves survivors because we're the ones who made it out alive. We are all Sarah Everard, another murdered wife in her own backyard, a victim to relationship drama, a stranger, a trauma, an overpowered man and a disempowered woman. I was told make my skirt longer, take off my makeup, as if these things made it my fault. This is fucked up. I was 14. I had no choice. Take me to court, but I've got no voice. But for all our voices that are unheard, we will not be silenced. We are women against female violence. We are all Sarah Everard. Thank you.